Good morning, Roz, and good morning, everyone on LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitch who might be coming in later. I hope you're having a good day. It's okay here. It's okay. Can't complain. Got the fundraising breakfast yesterday, and it was nice. So, okay, get started though. Oh, let me also move OBS so I can see chat since everything seems to be working here. Okay. What do I have to talk about this week? Omnichannel. So that's it's a thing we know that's becoming even more important, I guess I would say, would be my assessment. So the internet is connected. It's a web. And search, and particularly AI visibility, are really tapping into that. Right? Again, especially AI is looking a lot at social channels and forum activity and whatever in order to really understand your business and your reputation, which is good. A lot of very small businesses rely on social media, don't have a strong web presence, and although they still need a website, in some ways, the social is helping them right now. But the downside for this drawing from everything is that it's kind of flattening the user experience. I think I've mentioned this before, but how AI, ChatGPT, AI mode in Google, those interfaces really want to keep you on their platform, which I mean, social media did too, right? And this is a huge thing with the algorithm in Facebook and LinkedIn and whatnot. X is they are trying to get people stuck in their ecosystem. They don't want people to leave Facebook or X or LinkedIn or whatever and go have normal lives, which is bad. There, I said it. I don't think anybody thinks that's good, honestly. So the algorithm and everything is working to keep people addicted. And yeah, I really I'm not sure there's anyone in the world who's like, it's a good thing for people to spend all their time on Facebook. I don't think there's anybody who honestly believes that. Anyway, so with that problematic side to it, again, you have to be concerned about where that will lead with ChatGPT and AI. My mind is just going through all these terrible options, as it often does when it starts thinking about technology. But by default, the AI voice is very affirming. It wants to be helpful. It wants to do things quickly for you. But it honestly isn't that bothered whether it's accurate or not. There's case after case after case of AI spitting something back and the user just going, what is this? this is not what I gave you at all. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's not. I just said something. I just hallucinated it. Okay. So if you always have that robot taking you away from the actual source, whether that be news information you're trying to get, whether that be a business or a product you're trying to get, a nonprofit, there's gonna be issues. I don't know how to make it more clear. I feel like it's pretty obvious. So I think I don't really know what the solution is, I guess. Um, because again, with like Facebook and X and ChatGPT and other AI interfaces, I mean, I can't just go to them and be like, please stop, right? I mean, they're not going to listen to me. And that doesn't give them money. So they're not going to do it. But I guess I just have to keep saying this so that hopefully other people will think about this. Again, especially, I guess, and this is a level of like community involvement, probably. LinkedIn, likely not going to change the minds of anybody there. Either they are an AI person or they're not, and they've already made up their minds there. But again, a lot of like the local people that I see, the very small businesses who have been convinced that using AI is fun and useful, just reminding them that there are issues with this, and that as responsible adults, they can hopefully make responsible decisions. What else is going on? Oh, yeah, this one I mostly included in some news updates because it was a funny title. I don't know why Google filing a bug report just tripped up my brain, but I had to stare at the headline for like 5 minutes. Be like, Google's filing a bug? Like, I don't understand. No. Um, but a useful thing. So, if you've ever built websites with e-commerce or a lot of blog post archive search features, links get generated, URLs get generated based on, recently viewed and this and that, and Facebook share and LinkedIn share. All those get unique URLs. But for reasons that I think make pretty clear sense, most of those links don't need to be recorded, right? They don't need to be shared by Google. Nobody's trying to find the link to share a thing on Facebook on Google, right? Like, those should be, no follow, no index links. But I guess there are some plugins, including WooCommerce, which is the big WordPress e-commerce plugin, don't monitor that very well. And so Google has been spending a lot of its robot budget following down these rabbit holes of links. And I guess Google finally had enough. Here 20 years later, because it actually filed a bug report with a bunch of plugins just being like, stop trying to make our robots follow these links that are dumb. And I don't know why. That just cracked me up. But it's very true. And this is one of those moments of why you need a person to help you out. And there have been a couple instances where another freelancer in an agency asked me questions about Google Search Console. Like, I thought I set this up right, but I'm getting all these reports about, pages that can't be indexed and etc. And I looked at it and it's like, oh, they're just like all share this post to Facebook, share this post to whatever social media. You don't want those indexed, so you're fine. You did it right. Or times where I've generated technical reports on websites and the tool robots also identify all these links, and it's like, you should set up metadata, or this isn't a this, or you need to do this. And it's like, no, I don't. Nobody needs to follow those pages. I know better than you. So, it's good that, maybe there'll be some updates and they will be correctly marked to not trigger those things. But in the meantime, just make sure you kind of know what you're doing so you don't get bothered by it. AI adoption. So this was an interesting infographic from Marketing Profs that, I don't know, give me hope. Because it's split up AI adoption in adults by country. So here's the image of it. And so why it gave me hope is just the USA is only 28%. And it's like, you know what? That is not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Now, I don't know entirely how the survey was conducted, what they consider AI adoption, right? I assume it's not just you have a tool that has some in it, because again, it's being forced upon all of us. So any working adult would be in that. But it probably had something to do with specific models that you use, and regular usage, that kind of thing. And so the US ranks 24th in adoption despite being the leader in AI models. And it's like, you know what? Maybe most of the world will learn, right? Will not adopt so quickly. Again, in my circle, I hear about that stupid ChatGPT all the time because I'm hanging out with small business owners who think that is great. Despite me giving warning signs, but And it might also be a vocal minority thing. Right? People really like showing off how trendy they are. And feel it's like status almost. They feel like they're ahead of the curve by doing certain things. And in some respects, I suppose, yes. But I don't know, as the millennial, as you all know, don't don't get as excited about new technology. All right. Interesting also, 64% and 61% are the highest there, from the United Arab Emirates and Singapore. Don't know 100% what to make of that, but interesting. The third thing, and this maybe isn't very nice of me, I hope I don't mean anything super negative, but I was surprised too, because again, a lot of businesses that I know of use VAs from the Philippines. And I kind of expected a higher adoption rate from the Philippines. Um, but, you know, not every person in the Philippines is a VA. So it might be that they have adopted. Then, most people don't. Or it could be the Philippine VAs don't, so that they have a differentiating thing. Because anybody, anywhere in the world can use ChatGPT. I don't know. Just interesting. All right. Yeah, South Korea is ChatGPT's second largest market by subscribers. Fascinating. No idea why. They can't even have that many people in South Korea, right? Again, just globally speaking, it's not India or China or the US. That's my interesting point for the day. Take of that all what you will, but it gave me, again, a little bit of hope for USA that we're not all stuck on ChatGPT right now. Maybe when it starts factoring in non-adults. All right, that is it for this week. Thank you all for having it. I hope you learned something useful. And next week, I will not be having the Monday stream because Tuesday, I will be having a LinkedIn live with Brooke Joyner from Catholic Owned. So I will only be doing that next week. Yeah, and that will be Tuesday, like I said. So for this week, though, that's it. I gotta get to everything else on my to-do list. So thank you all for hanging out. Good night, Roz, and take care.